Okay, I believe I'm sharing my screen. I'm only on one screen right now, so hopefully, okay. I think you guys can all see this. I forgot to have my second screen. I don't know where I did with it. Okay. Anyways, welcome to Driver's Ed. You've probably noticed that Driver's Ed's a little bit different here than you're used to working in this regular course. Okay. Um, and I'm going to just real quick. What am I sharing though?
Hey Teach, we can't see your screen.
Oh, you're not even seeing my screen yet? Oh, geez. Thank you. Like I'm just like off today, I think. Okay, let's let's share my screen. Okay, we're gonna do different tabs here since I'm only on one screen. Okay, let's start out with just the regular home screen here. Okay. All right. I'm assuming you can see the regular home screen, right? That you would get
Yes, we
on the
can.
OHS. Okay. Cool. I'm here now. Somewhat. Okay. So with here, guys, you probably noticed that none of the content's actually in this course because the state of Utah has actually said that we can't run it through here. We have to run it through our Canvas. So that's why you have to log on to Canvas. I know it's a pain in the bum, but we'll just go with it, right? So to log on to Canvas, you have this login right here. Let me put this in the chat. Okay. Now, just for clarification, you can put in the chat real quick. How many of you have already logged into Canvas? I believe most of you have. I have. Okay. So if you haven't, okay, I see a couple that haven't, then I need you to at least stay after and make sure you can. How you do that is you use your Utah Virtual. So you go to that link, you use your Utah Virtual Academy email, and then your password is going to be Drive Fit. Okay. And once you do that, it's going to log you into Canvas. You also will notice that on this screen, anyways, I will just kind of tell you what needs to be done each week. Um, as you can see, module 1 was kind of assigned, I guess, last week. If you're a little bit behind on that, that's not a big deal. But let's go into Canvas real quick. So let me stop sharing, and I'm going to put on that other tab real quick. All right. We'll go into Canvas. Okay. Once you log into Canvas, you'll have to accept everything. And this is where you're going to find your course content. Now, the reason we had to do this way is because the state requires that there's a certain curriculum you have to follow, and they create it, and they have all of that fun stuff. So one thing that I want to mention is, so like, let's say I want to begin module 1 and you're like, oh, it's not open. All you got to do is click this module, the first one, and then everything will open for you. Okay. So now if I go back to my modules, it have actually opened all of module 1 to start with. And then same with like module 2, you'll kind of go down here. You'll see there's quite a few different assignments that you'll need to do, like quite a few. I mean, it's pretty rigorous because it is the standards, and it would meet your qualifications of having your the theory class completed. And so once this is completed, I put this in the state database. You get and then you can go work on your what's called your behind the wheel training. So let's start from the very beginning. So real quick, who has their learner's permit? You want to put that in the chat real quick. I do. Okay. All right. So hopefully all of you do. because I like you to have that prior to coming into this class, because there is like a 6-month waiting period. You have to wait and have your license unless you're, or your permit unless you're 18. If you do not have your learner's permit, I'm going to give you the website right now. I'm going to put this in the chat, and you need to get that really by the end of class. So not this class, but the end of like this block. So the end of the block actually ends on October 12th. So you need to go down to the driver's license division, take the test, get your permit, and bring all your documents that you need into on there. Is there anybody that does not have their permit? You don't think you have it? A couple people. Okay. So if you do not have your permit, start working on that. Yes, you need at least 80% to pass the test, and all the information is in that link that I just sent you. Yep, you need your birthday, social security card, that kind of stuff to show them. All of that stuff is listed on that link that I said there. Okay. So for this, because there's additional information that I need to turn into the state after you're completed, I need everybody to fill out this form. You may have already filled it out, but I'm going to stop sharing so then I can share that real quick so you can see what it looks like. Okay. All right. So it looks like this. So it's going to have the student's name, parent's name, phone number. I'll need your birth date because I put that in the state database, as well as your permit number. And so once you pass the class, I put it in the state database, and then you can go to wherever you need to do your behind the wheel training, because there's 2 different parts to driver's ed. This is just part 1. This is the theory class. Okay. The next part is the behind the wheel training, which, since Utah Virtual is virtual, like it's really hard to do the training with somebody in St. George and Logan. So I can help you with that, but really they like you to maybe go to like your local district or a charter school near you. Or you could go to a private driving school. When we get to that point, I can work through it on there. Oh, to log into the Canvas, or the one on the fill out this. I'm fine if you put your personal on this, because usually what I do is I send you like a certificate at the end, the form. You can put your personal or your UTVA, either way. Good question. Okay, I did have another question. Okay. All right. So I had a question about some assignments in Canvas. So let me go back to Canvas real quick. And I will share with you some stuff. Okay. So as we're here in Canvas, there's a couple things that are really required, okay, that the state really pushes. The first one is the 0 fatalities parent night, okay? So I am going to put the link to that in the chat here. Now, the parent night, you can either do it virtually or you can do it in person. So if there's like a local school near you that's holding one, you can go to one there in person. That'd be great. But you have to go there with your parent. And yes, it is a requirement. If you want to do the virtual one, I'm just warning you right now, you need to have a computer that has a camera on it. Oh, somebody said you've scheduled it for tonight. Perfect. You just need to get this done by the end of the block. So by October. Where can you find your ID on your permit? So your ID is going to be at the very top of your permit, and it's going to begin with a 2. That's going to be your permit number. Good question, because some people want the one on the side that starts with the 8. It's the one at the very top that begins with a 2. Okay, you don't have to already have your permit, but it's highly recommended. You need to get your permit by the end of this class, which is October 12th. So you want to start working on that. I'm putting the number in right, or the link in the chat right now of how to get your permit. Okay. All right. So that's the first big thing on there. The other one is, since this is kind of created by the state, sometimes the links go dead and they're not working or whatever. What I ask you to do is just email me and then skip it. And if I can replace it, I'll let you know. If not, you'll be exempted from it. Okay. So just there's sometimes that the links go dead. I wish it was a better curriculum that way, but it's kind of what we have to use. Ooh, good question. It should just say expiration somewhere on your permit. I'm not exactly sure where it says that on your permit, but it should say like an issue date. And then usually it's 18 months now. They extended that to 18 months of how long your permit is. Yeah, if it's expired over it, you're going to have to go to the driver's license division and get that renewed, because you can't do your behind the wheel training with an expired permit. Okay. So sorry, just another step you got to do there. Okay. Really, this class, it is more asynchronous. I can do some help sessions if you like. Usually I just kind of do one-on-ones if you need some help. But really what you just need to do is go through these different modules, take the tests. And how I grade is I do not grade in Canvas, okay? I grade in the OLS because that's where your grade is. So I'm not going to grade in here. So you're going to see your grade back on your original like K-12 screen. That's where I'm going to update grades, and that's the grade you want to look in. You don't want to look at your grades here on Canvas. Okay, so some other questions here. Suppose to submit a screenshot of the certificate on operation page. There's no place to submit. Okay, I will update that right now in just a second. So 0.1. Okay, I'll write that down and do that. Thank you for making me aware. All right, so really, if you can just keep with the pace of the course, as you can see, the due dates, module 1 is due this Friday. So the first time that I'm going to be grading is this Friday. I'll come in, put that down if you've done it. If you are a little bit behind and haven't logged in yet, please log into Canvas. I'll help you after this class to be able to do that. And then you just start with the next module and go on. And I did leave, if I go down to the bottom here, so October 6th is the last day. And remember, the 12th or for the final exam, and the 12th is the last day of the block. So there is a little bit of makeup time if you kind of get behind, especially for that zero fatalities presentation. So I would go ahead and start working on that. Yeah, somebody asked if we were able to go ahead. If you want to finish the course as fast as you can, I'm more than happy to do that. And then I can put your completion in the state database, and then you can go look at doing the behind the wheel training. Okay. So there's 2 parts on the behind the wheel training. So you complete this. One of your assignments, and I don't think I've put it in this one yet. I used to put it in the last one. I'll put it in the very, very end, is you need to find out who you're going to do your behind the wheel training with, whether you're going to go to your local school district, whether you're going to go to a charter school, whether you're going to go to a private school. And that will be the second step. Usually that does cost some money in order to do that. So it will be anywhere from, I've seen it as low as like $95 for the behind the wheel training, and I've seen it as high as $400. So it really depends on kind of where you live. The districts and charter schools, I'm going to tell you right now, are the cheapest because they're subsidized. So I would look at going to a charter school or a public or a charter school that has a program or a district school that has a driver's ed program to do the behind the wheel training. And if he needs some help on finding a place, I can help with that. So yeah, so the private schools slate in all the way up to $400+ sometimes to complete that behind the wheel training. As I said, it's subsidized if you do it through the schools. All right. Any questions do you guys have in regards to how to do everything? As I said, a lot of this is just kind of done by yourself and at your own pace. Can you get the link to Canvas? Yep, for sure. Let me get that for you. And remember, the username is your utahvirtual.org email, and password is, I'll just type it in here. So someone said, why is there about $200 worth of driver's ed required? So the behind the wheel training, because it is an extracurricular activity, they say driver's ed is, they can charge a fee for it. And so most districts do that so they can just keep, pay for gas, pay for the instructor, all that kind of stuff. Okay. Other questions you guys may have? Yes, all of the assignments are in Canvas, not the OLS, but I will be putting the grades in the OLS. So don't look at the grades on Canvas, just look at the grades in the OLS. But all the assignments, I'll be, I guess, toggling back and forth, looking at the assignments there and putting your grade in the OLS. In the OLS, I have it break down pretty easily. I have module 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the final exam. And that's all I grade you on is just kind of completing those. Oh, let me see here. And just to make sure the assignments are in course correct. Yeah. So the assignments in there are correct. I mean, that's there. Is this the first week of the driver's ed class? So this started actually the first day of school, which was what, the 16th. So you had access to this on the 16th. This is just kind of our first day of introduction, making sure you know how things are done. So your first module is not due until this Friday. So you may be a little bit behind if you haven't started yet, but oh, okay. No worries. You'll catch up, man. Perfect. Oh, because it was other weeks, just busy last week with other ones, so we didn't get a chance to do it. And I want to make sure everybody was in the Canvas system. Yeah, there wasn't a schedule last week. There's a schedule that I posted, right? But there wasn't an actual live class. And we won't be having a lot of live class. I'll just be having help sessions. So if you need a help session, let me know. We'll jump on here or Zoom or something like that and get rolling with it. No, we will not be having class like this every week. All right. This is really our own class. Only time we're going to get all together, and then I'll meet with you guys one-on-one. Okay. Let me share the Canvas with you again because you're asking where the assignments are. I know Canvas is a little tricky because you probably haven't used it before. Okay. So what you do is you go into Canvas first, right? And once you click on the course, so if I show it here, well, that's going to deny me access. I'm going to go to courses. It'll say block 1 driver's ed. I am in the student view. So this is kind of like the home page. And then you go to modules right here. And then this is your first things you need to kind of complete, like schedule the 0 fatalities presentation that I talked about. So you click here. And if I click there, and I'm going to go back to modules, that opens up the entire module thing for me. So we're going to go through here, go through the introduction, make sure you're aware of, just the different laws, like that. This is really a course that you're going to have to work a little bit with your parents on. And then you just start going through the assignments right here. So each one will have like different things. There's some just assignments or quizzes. As you can see, there is a test at the end of each module. And then when you want to go to the next module, everybody's like, oh, it's locked. But no, it's if you just click this, the first one, it will unlock the entire module for you. And then you can complete the rest. So hopefully that answers your question about that. Okay. Okay, I think I answered that one. On the models, I used it plenty. Okay, yep. In your concurrent enrollment class. Okay, perfect. Okay, well, what I'm going to do now, if you guys don't have any other questions, those that understand what to do, feel free to leave. Those that still need help, maybe like getting into Canvas or anything like that, I will stick around and help you. So thanks, everybody. I'm going to stop the recording now.